Hi everybody, today I'm here with Monica Sheehan. She is the managing owner of Painting with a Twist here in Old Town. And Monica, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today. What made you decide to join Painting with a Twist?
So I've actually been with the company for 8 years. I started out in the Grapevine location, and then when Burleson opened, I knew the owners, and so I had the chance to teach the first class. And then I've kind of just stepped up from there, went into managing, and then kind of partially owning, and just running the show from day to day.
Awesome.
So I do it all. I can do the accounting and teach the classes. Of course, I don't teach the classes as much anymore, but I've always loved art, and I love the company and plan to stick around as long as we're running.
Well, good. I know that we want to see you guys stay here too, so we're glad you're here. How long have you been an artist?
So I've been a painter since I started at Painting with a Twist 8 years ago. Oddly enough, before that I had never painted. I mostly did drawing, so I kind of got to learn more from the company and being part of it. But I've always been into art. So, you know, in high school I got awards for artwork, and elementary school the teachers didn't believe that I did my art projects. They'd like accuse my mom of helping, and she'd be like, I swear this is her stuff.
Right.
And then of course, you know, it goes back to there's videos of me as a child just you know, drawing, and it's just always been part of my life.
That's great. That's great. I know I have a granddaughter who is very into art, so I'm going to bring her in here one day so she could talk to you about it, because I told her that I had met you and she said, really?
Oh.
So she was super excited about that. So I'm going to bring her in here so she can meet another artist.
That's awesome.
So she's 8, so she's really going to love it.
We'll train her for the future.
Good. Good. I'm counting on that. What inspires you when you do art, or whether it's, let's rephrase that. What inspires you to be an artist, to create, and then what inspires you to keep you running a business? So it's a twofold question.
So as an artist personally, I really never thought that it would be my career. So it's kind of strange that I landed here. It just I was a mom at the time, and I needed something part-time, and it was very flexible, so that worked out. But really personally, my artwork has unfolded into like more like nature inspired things. I do a lot of hiking and backpacking on my personal time, and so that is kind of what I focus on in my personal artwork, and I'm trying to sell that more now also.
Good.
But that's been a whole experience. It's taking on extra and kind of stresses me out a little bit, so I have to put it on the back burner some days. Professionally, like I said, I don't focus too much on the teaching now because I'm running the business. But I really am driven by what people get out of coming here, the experience, and keeping that going and making it the best that it can be. My artists all know I have high expectations of them. In a good way. It's, you know, we're very loving, and I'm very like encouraging and open. But I really want people to get the most out of their experience here in the studio. And be happy with the painting when they leave.
Right.
So that's the emphasis. Is here it's the artwork needs to be good, the experience and banter needs to be good.
Customer service.
Of course, that's number one. I mean, the
Exactly.
artwork needs to look great, of course.
Right.
But if they're not having fun and they're not happy and they're not being treated well, you know, that doesn't really matter. So that's the focus.
If I could tell you, I would be happy and would be having fun, but my artwork.
You'd be surprised though. They
stick
turn out pretty
figures.
good.
I mean, that's about it for me. Stick figures.
They turn out pretty good. They're not always perfect, but you have to have that expectation. And when I teach class, I try to set that. I try to say, you know, they're not going to look exactly the same. We're all different.
Right.
They're not going to be perfect, but just know that, and in the end, it's going to be good.
Right.
And they are. They turn out good. I think probably 90% of people hang their paintings up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. I know I would be super proud of mine, even though it probably looked nothing like it's supposed to.
Right.
It was just the fact that I actually did it.
And that's what people say, you know, when you leave here, they don't know what my painting looks like. They're just like, wow, you did that? And
I know.
it's like, I did, yeah.
Awesome. What do you like most about the Burleson area? I know you guys have been here for a few years, so what do you like most about it?
So for me in Burleson, I don't live here locally, so I'm only familiar with it from a business owner's perspective. But I do really like the sense of community.
Yeah.
And just the three years that I've been managing, I've seen a lot of kind of shifting in what the businesses are doing here locally. And there's a lot of groups and people and stakeholders that are trying to make it more of like a community, kind of like Fort Worth, where people want to come. You know, it's an attraction. There's something going on. There's lots of restaurants. There is, you know, shops, just all kinds of things that attract people to stay here for more than just a couple hours.
Right, and they want to make it family friendly.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Burleson is a very family friendly area.
Yeah, and they've been doing great with that. I mean, the Old Town picture shows, like the movies they're doing
Right.
outside. I know, like this weekend, we're going to be doing a craft over at the farmer's market.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so just, you know, anywhere where people can kind of get their foot in the door and do things like that, it's great because
Right.
it is letting people know that it's a family-friendly
Exactly, yeah.
And it keeps people here. That's what we want to do. We want to keep people in Burleson and bring people from outside into Burleson as well.
Right.
But if everyone's always traveling over to Fort Worth to do all the fun stuff there, you know, we're not thriving the way we should as a community.
Right.
And everybody wants to see that. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of you know, good community service going on here. You know, I've seen the Old Town Business Association do a lot of kind of networking events and then like shopping opportunities where donations can be made through like things people are doing here. And so that's nice too.
Yeah.
It's just a really good sense of community. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, not on a small scale. It's easy for a big city to do because there's more resources, but Burleson's still pretty small, and they're working hard to you know, step it up. I feel like
they are, and I like to think that we're growing a lot, but it's being done in a very smart way, because some cities will have this exponential growth and then they can't manage it.
Right. Yeah.
So managing that has been, I believe, a priority.
Yeah, it's been done very well, I think, especially the development, like with the plaza and things like that, because we get some input on that as business owners. They've been very professional and like well thought. It's nice to be able to have that input. You know, I don't think most people get that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Do you have any events coming up for the fall or the holiday season? I'm sure that you've got something coming up.
Yeah, so right now we're kind of focused on fall. Christmas is always big for us, and it's super busy. And we book parties throughout the whole season because we do have 2 rooms, so we can book parties aside from our normal public classes. But right now we have this really cool class coming up where you send in a picture of yourself and you turn yourself into a zombie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I pulled this one over here. You can see it.
Oh, wow.
That's me, right?
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So it's nice because the way it's done is it's a 3-hour class. It's kind of like our Paint Your Pet classes. It's a custom thing. But you send in the picture and we sketch it for you. So you're not doing the really hard part. And then you get just one-on-one help making it look the way you want. But it was fun because we did it last year twice, and the artists, like, they did all like makeup and zombie effects.
Right.
Just all kinds of cool stuff. And the people, you know, they all looked very different in the end. It was really neat.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we have that going on. It's set up as a Facebook event, just like that's the easiest way to sign up for it. And then I know we have Harry Potter trivia coming up. Yeah, so we don't have the painting out, but it's like the Hogwarts castle with like pumpkins and stuff. And those always do well. People love Harry Potter. And then there's prizes, of course. So it's fun to get something extra or have the chance to
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have going on now. And then, like I said, normal holiday bookings.
Right.
And those do book up pretty quick. We fill up. Last December, we had almost every day was booked.
Oh, wow.
So people got to kind of get on that early.
So if you want to book a holiday session here, be sure that you do it early.
Yes.
So watch Facebook, contact Monica, call them, whatever. So just do it. And one last question, actually two. So you and I talked a little bit beforehand about some children's sessions. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so we do children's classes typically on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Sometimes Saturday mornings. It really just depends on what else we have going on. And those are usually discounted, which is nice because, you know, the kids don't always do like as well, or maybe they don't have experience and they don't sit still as long.
Right.
So the class is shorter. It's an hour and a half.
Okay.
And it's $25 instead of our $35.
Okay.
You can do that. We have the public classes, or we also do kids parties.
Oh, yeah.
And so for those, it's a 10-person minimum, just like our normal party,
Uh-huh.
except you're paying the $25 per person rate.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
it's pretty cheap when you think about it. You know, most parties, you have 10 kids or so, it's $250.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to clean everything up and supply all the stuff. You can bring cake or pizza or whatever, and it's just...
That's a plus.
For sure, yeah. It's better than doing it at home and having to spend
I know.
probably more money and clean it up.
Plus you have to clean it up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the part I always do.
Yeah, exactly, to clean up. And the last question, I promise, is have you had a memorable experience with a customer?
Yeah.
Because everybody always has something.
Right. Yeah, we have several of those. It's, you know, it's always touching. It's usually people who are going through things, you know, like death or stress at work, or you know, just anything like that. Sickness. These things come up in life, and they're here. Either they come on their own, or someone's kind of like dragged them in to get them out of their rut. And somehow in the process, you know, you're helping them, and because they're kind of down, they're feeling better getting that help, even if it's not, you know, the same emotional help, but it's just like simple accomplishment, or trying something different, stepping out of the box, and having that person there encouraging them makes a difference. So sometimes people cry and they give hugs, and you know, I always enjoy that, you know, helping someone. It's very therapeutic, even when you're not really going through a tough time, just to step outside of your life for 2 hours and do nothing, you know.
Right.
Of course, we're painting, but you get in that zone and you're not thinking about all those problems. You're just making the motions, and in the end, you feel relaxed because you've kind of just cut yourself off from the world for a while.
Yes.
And I think that's really like what we bring to the table. It's not just that you're gonna have a painting, you know, that you did. Like, that's exciting, but it's really about that mental escape.
Yeah, it's an outlet.
Yeah, for sure. And some people really thrive on that, and it really helps, like I said, people who are going through hard times. I've seen several people. And sometimes people stay after class and talk for a while. Like, we're always happy to do that. I've had people invite me over to the bar afterwards.
Yeah.
I usually decline politely. I like to go home at the end of the night, but it's nice to know that they feel comfortable here and they see us as friends, you know, because you don't know what they have going on outside of
That's right.
those doors. You never know.
That's right. You never know what the person you're talking to is going through.
Yeah.
You just don't know. So if you have stress in your life,
Come. You need to come here.
Come and release
Let it
it
out.
through painting. Even if you're like me and you can't paint, stick figures is the best you got. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
And it's BYOB, so you can always
There you
bring
go.
some wine. It helps you relax a
BYOB.
little bit more. You don't have to, but you're welcome to indulge.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed getting to know you and learning more about painting with a twist. And keep an eye out on Facebook for any specials, parties, especially with Halloween coming up. Be sure to get your zombie painting done if you want to be a zombie. Bye. Y'all have a great day.